Selling music directly to the consumer is not for the weak. It's hard, and many revert back to the streaming methods because, selling music directly to people is hard. But for me, it's a little bit sweeter because it's like selling CDs from back in the day. Yeah, it takes a little bit more work, but the reward is way sweeter. For many of you all, this may seem overwhelming because you don't know what to do. You didn't come up in the age where you had to sell CDs, or you're just doing this for your first time and you're trying to do it like you were selling CDs, but you never had the experience. So if you are one of those people, tune into this episode. All right, so first things first, we got to start with good product contents and great packaging. This is half your battle, and this takes up 50% of the marketing weight. Many of you all know how to do this. Great songs and great production, great audio quality, great artwork, great packaging, great consumption options. And that means the distributor we're going to talk about in a minute. Many of you all, again, you know how to do this. This is where your muscle is really the strongest here. You can create, you could just do this to the umpteenth up into the moon. You know how to do this. But after this step is where everything gets lost. Now, for those of you all who say, hey, this thing has gotten way more complex than what it used to be, or I didn't grow up in the CD era, but all y'all had to do was sell CDs. It was still hard. Social media was the streets for us. You see what I'm saying? When we had to get things sold, and we had to do it with live shows. So you actually have an upper hand and a lot more leverage than we did, which makes it easier. You just got to learn to do this. There's a grind with this sucker. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to go on a soapbox here, so let's keep going. Now, once we know how to do what you already know how to do, we got to come to the point and talk about great marketing materials, because after creating product contents and packaging, most creators skip this step. And as a creative, you should use your creativity to develop what your product will look like in the marketplace so people will buy. This includes advertisement art for the album. For some of you all, like, you understand this as banner art and stuff like that will go in certain places. Photos of you, the artist, because a lot of people forget about that. Micro music videos, regular music videos, and BTS footage of the creation process of it all. It's important to remember that marketing materials help sell the product in every marketplace. So imagine this. You have a CD, right? Let's just say you go into a market, and the market is the record store. Let's not even think about Spotify. Let's think about a physical place, because we're going direct to consumer for a solid price now. So a higher price point. You go into the record store. You say, hey, Mr. Record Shop Man, I got a CD and people around here are going to buy it. Where can I place this CD in your store? And he'll say, you can put it over there in that section. And he gives you shelf space for the CD. It's about this big. All right, so now that you got shelf space for that CD, it's sitting there. And some people here and there come to buy it. But then if you're a marketer, you say, okay, look, where can I place my CD? You can place it over there. All right, I want to make sure that when people come into the store, they know where to get my stuff. Can I put a poster in the front window? Can I put a little thing right here? Can I pay for some spot on your front counter with my CD right here at the front in a display case? You see, that's marketing materials. The box, the little display box, marketing materials. The poster on the window in front of the record store, that's marketing materials. You see what I'm saying? Just that little bit helped the people that were coming in to get your CD see it, and they get it. And anybody who didn't know about you can now see it, and they can get it. They can investigate you a little bit more because your advertisement was in the market. All right, I've been on my soapbox long enough. Let's keep going. Discovery market. Social media, and that's all the social media platforms you're going to use. We're going to use that for people to help discover you. We're going to use the streets. That's word of mouth, and that could be clubs as well. And then on top of that, we're going to use, if you're lucky enough to know DJs that do mix shows on community radio, internet radio, or terrestrial radio, or mainstream radio that can get you in the mix shows, use those. And if you have a sync agent, use that. And then also the Discovery audio platforms, YouTube, Audiomack, and SoundCloud. We want to use those. So even if you are signed to a major, everything starts in the Discovery market from rumors of recordings and albums to snippets leaking and everything else in between. Music should be placed here and tested before pouring more ad dollars behind your product promotion campaign. And because we're going direct to consumer and there is no Spotify and Apple Music in today's video, then we're going to have to use YouTube for our lyric videos and our official music videos and our visualizers and our audio videos. We're going to have to use social media to get the teasers out and to show the behind the scenes. And we can use YouTube for that as well, so that people become the anticipation builds up that, oh, this is going to be good. So they got their faith in it, like, oh man, it's about to be a dope product. I mean, he's entertaining me. She's entertaining me. He or she is talented. They done show me some great visuals. I'm amped up. I'm ready to go buy. I'm ready to support now. This is my favorite artist. This is my favorite new artist. They're super dope. And then you say, it's ready to go on Even. It's ready to go on Bandcamp. It's ready to go on Grouped. It's ready to go wherever your D2C marketplace is, or ready to go on your website, which I don't recommend it, and I'll talk about in a minute. Now they're primed to buy just by using the discovery platforms. You see what I'm saying? That's how this works. And you say, well, what about, well, if you put it on radio and you put it on TV, how are people going to find it? YouTube. YouTube is the greatest search engine when it comes to media. So if it's on YouTube, you're still getting paid for it. Don't worry about Spotify. YouTube got us covered. We good. Now we're ready to take the whole project into a consumer marketplace. But before we do that, we got to have a sales funnel. So if you're going to allow people to discover you, how do you get them to stay? Reeling people in from the streets, social media, radio, TV, discovery audio platforms will require some type of sales funnel to collect data, give them the product they wanted, and collect any revenue, or revenue if any. That sales funnel connects them out of the platform. So if it's going to be in your link in bio, direct them to it by the CTA. If it's going to be a DM on Instagram, DM me, connect it via mini chat directly to the distribution service, right? If it's going to be on YouTube, the link in the bio should be in the description, or post it in the comment section and pin it to the top so people now know where to get the project from. There's so many things you can do with your CTA to get them into the funnel or just directly to the sale. So I don't want you to forget that. And if there's something that you're doing before people actually get to the sale or the release date happens and you want to collect emails, you have the ability to do so because you place the content there. Never forget to tell people what you want them to do, because if you want that data to build that email list, you're going to need it. All right. So make sure you put your sales funnel in place to get either information or money from the fans who are ready to give. OK, let's keep going. Now it's time for the great distributor. So next, you're going to need a great distributor. And when selling music directly to the people, you don't have many options. And in many cases, the distro will be the marketplace you sell in. So that's why I say it's like Bandcamp, Even, all those other places, your website, whatever. I'm always going to champion Even. I like what they do over there. All right, let's keep going. High traffic marketplace. And this is now where we come into the actual market. This is your direct to consumer website, which will be your website, Even, Bandcamp, or a membership website like Group, Patreon, and Mighty Networks. I actually only recommend going to a direct to consumer website like Even or Bandcamp, simply because this is where the general people are going to make the sale who don't want to be in your subscription service. It's like if you got my 60-day record label course and I said, well, you can get this course here and you can pay for it right now. But then if I put it in a subscription service, then people are going to be like, man, I want to get the course, but I don't want to subscribe to you. Like I like you, but I don't love you. You see what I'm saying? And so the love is for the people who want to get in a subscription service to get the music. And then the next tier down is the people who just want to give you the money right now. They're not that infatuated to subscribe to you and see you all the time. You see what I'm saying? That's why you really want to go directly on the marketplace. All right, let's keep going. What would the funnel be for in this case? This type of sales funnel that you're going to put in place before the marketplace would bring the listener to the sale quicker than an email opt-in. This is a direct sale, as they have had enough time to discover you and be entertained by your free stuff. Again, the funnel is going to lead them directly to the product depending on when you put it in place. Okay. So this is just what it is. If you were selling CDs, and again, when we sold CDs, we either took them to the record store or we had to do a show and sell them at the show. And the show was the social media post, meaning we gave them value and we said, after the show, come to the merch booth to buy our CD. That was all we had. You see what I'm saying? iTunes was there, but ain't nobody was going to buy us on iTunes. Nobody was going to iTunes if you were an unknown artist. Right? And they weren't going to find you there. And at the time, doing CTAs on social media was incredibly hard. So you did open mics and you say, I got CDs in the back if you want it. And that's how we sold CDs. Until we got to shows and on actual tickets and said, CDs are available on the side after the show. Come see me after the show and get a CD. That was it. Value, product. Value, product. Value, buy the product. Value, buy the product. It ain't that hard. Don't make it that hard. Okay. There is no special sauce. It's just you better be cooking up some good audio dopamine, and you better sell some good audio dopamine. You better put it in something more than a little baggie, right? Make it nice. Put it in a little box. Put a bowl on top of it and then serve it. See what I'm saying? Anyway, let's keep going. What should the high traffic marketplace have? Users and a way to listen to your collection via an app. The reason why is to keep the consumer happy with their listening experience. And this is why I don't really suggest your website, simply because you can buy it on a website, but now you're kind of going back in the day. The listener knows how to stream music on YouTube, SoundCloud, and AudioMac. They know how to stream music on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music, and Pandora and Tidal. Don't make it hard for them. As the new marketplaces are building, they're coming with apps. People are used to listening on apps. So if you have to go purchase something off of an artist's website directly, download it, put it in your music player, upload it to your phone, you have now made the process way more harder for that listener. Put it on a marketplace that has an app. People say, I don't want to pay the 20% or the 15%. You're paying for a lot of ease of use for your consumer. You're the supplier supplying audio dopamine to the consumer. Make it easy. Make this music ready rock. Cook it up already. Don't make them cook up the bass. Anyway, let's keep rolling. We're not using Spotify for this campaign, so where would the marketing materials go? Your social media profile banners and in your post. They will also be used for the ads that connect directly to your high traffic marketplace. Okay. And then also in the marketplace itself, like I gave you the record label scenario, for those of you all like you want to be on Even and you want to have that front page look, you can always reach out to me. I'm a partner with Even. I'll hook you in directly with the people. But we got to go through a little bit of a checklist here. All right. Just email me. For those of you all who have the email, you know how to get in contact with me. Let me know, put Even in the subject line and I'll hit you up. The most important steps besides the music: create the marketing materials and design a funnel to the marketplace. Keep it simple until you can get advanced. Don't overwhelm yourself. This is not a race here. You're the only one that's in this lane. It's the lane of you. So get it right, because once you send people through it, you only got one time for that funnel to mess up and they won't be coming back. They're not going to say, oh, it took you forever, because that happens when I send out an email and the links are broken or they're wrong. People don't come and reopen that next email. It's like half of the people fall off and they just like, no, I'm not going to click that link. I'll just go directly to YouTube, or I'll worry about it later. If it don't work on the first try, people ain't got patience. So take your time and don't rush through this. Okay. Make sure everything works and it looks pristine. So now check it out. This is how I'm selling to you. If you are a music creative or a new music executive who wants to build your record label or publishing company in 60 days or less with a step-by-step foolproof process, jump into the 60-day record label course beneath this video. You'll gain the ability to get real funding for your label. You won't screw yourself contractually out here in the game, because I'll show you how not to do so. And then on top of that, you'll keep the middleman out of your pockets. Jump into that link beneath this video right now. And if you're skeptical because you think like, oh man, whatever, I've seen so many of you guys on YouTube, well then grab my free guide. I don't care, because I'm going to show you how dope I am anyway. It's called 10 Major Steps to Increase Your Record Label's Profits. A free split sheet is included with that guide. But let's talk about your upside here. Selling direct to consumer allows you to get revenue 90 days faster to reinvest into the promotion of the project. Plus, it can keep your creative staff paid and fulfill your unpaid invoices for the project quicker. Pause for a second. I don't think that you understand what I just said. If we use a platform like Even to sell directly to the consumer, if we are in debt because some of you all took your record label funding early on with a business credit card and you paid your producers for the beats, which I don't recommend you do, but whatever, maybe you did it anyway because you needed to. All right, you did that. A direct to consumer campaign would allow you to either cancel that debt out, pay some of it down, or if you don't have any debt, allows your creative staff that created that album to go ahead and start getting paid instant. If it's on Spotify, you gotta wait 90 days, baby. You see, this is where we at. This is the difference. That's what CDs did. That's why people got so rich, and you can get rich quick if you only moving 10,000. It's not as hard as it seems. I know a lot of you all watching did not grow up in the CD era, but boy, it was a time of hard work, but the payoff was sweeter, like I said in the intro. Here's the downside. Not selling direct to consumer puts your cash flow in a slower position. D2C is the future for music. Meaning, again, like I said, you're waiting 90 days. So if you wanted a way to actually make money faster from your music, make more money from your music, simplify your marketing process, screw them playlist ads, this is the way. Music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump to the 60-day record label course, download the free stuff, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, smash the like button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.